Hey guys, and welcome back to another couple of rounds of War Robots with Stupendous and Iron Smiles. So, in this round, I'm only with two other Iron Smiles clanmates, but we're against this full AF2 clan here. And so, spoiler alert, this first round resulted in a loss. We had one player not drop in, and then the other guys that we were with weren't quite up to snuff. And these guys were bringing a lot of pretty heavy firepower to the table and some pretty good tactics as well, which I'll highlight here. But we get revenge in the next round, so you'll see that next round in a second. And I've sped these up for you so that the video is only about as long as one single regular round would be. And I removed my live commentary from it so that we could do some post commentary about it. Well, yeah. Otherwise, we'd have me talking really fast. I would sound like a chipmunk. If I had it at 2x speed. But anyways, it became really hard to hold and to keep this center beacon with kind of with the teammates that we had. So like, I think this guy right here with the magnums, like he did an okay job, but all of his stuff was kind of too soft in order to keep up with these guys. So AF2, they had these two Russian Death Button Griffins over here, and they were doing a great job supporting the team from over there. They were able to duck behind cover and stay alive and keep firing into this middle, this center beacon. And so you can see that myself and a clanmate were trying to sweep them away from there so that we could open up the center beacon to make it a little easier to hold. Yeah, they still have that one guy over there with his Russian Death Button, and unfortunately, even though he's at almost no health, he's able to stay alive. So I'm just going to fire my aphids at him and then move on to the next target since he had such low health. I'm still working on getting a competitive hangar together. It's kind of a new aspect of the game that I'm getting with playing with these guys from Iron Smiles 2 and then occasionally some guys from the first Iron Smiles clan. It's been a lot of fun, good learning experience so far. But yeah, so that's going to be my focus for right now. There's some other bots and stuff that I know you guys have wanted me to get, and I'm still going to do that. I just need to focus on getting a competitive hangar together, which should only take me a couple of weeks, and then we'll be back in the saddle taking random requests from you guys and doing stuff like that. And as far as requests for videos, I'm not only playing with my clanmates, I'm definitely still playing solo a lot, so you can still request videos and stuff like that. It's just I'm going to be doing less purchasing requests, I guess. But yeah, and moving forward here, I'll be asking your guys' opinion on what I should be buying coming up here. But anyway, so with this round, they were doing a great job pushing and keeping the pressure on center. They knew that they could hold it because they weren't getting a lot of resistance. I mean, you can see up on the screen we're 5 minutes in and we've already been, two guys have been mech'd out or just not dropped in for the entire match. So they knew that they had this one in the bag. We were able to mech out a couple guys. So I'm jumping over here to get behind cover, but then also to provide some lateral support into these guys. That way their attention is torn. So that's something to keep in mind when you're playing. We've talked about this before, is making sure that you're turning their heads. If they're doing a great job focusing one spot or one direction, you need to distract them and turn them somewhere else, so that your teammates, then their attention is divided. They're not just focusing straight ahead of them, which is easy to deal damage that way. They have to focus multiple different directions. So there goes my last bot. The game is about to go anyways, and yeah, we've got Dark was our last guy there, and I'll show you the scores here. But yeah, so anyways, that's what it ended up looking like on our side. But I think it was 2 or maybe 3 matches later, we actually ended up with a full clan of Iron Smiles against the same full clan of AF2 guys. So, and if anyone knows the actual name of this clan, I couldn't find them in the top 100 list, and with the way that the search functions work in the game, you have to be very specific with what you type. So you see me moving over here to the right. The majority of my team had gone to the left, so I went this way as well, even though my preference is to go where they were going. So when I go this way, generally, or when anyone goes this way, generally, what you're going to be doing is attacking the support bots that they have on the side here. That needs to be your goal, is either distracting them or putting them down. So you see here, I'm using the height of the Carnage. Its thunders poke up over top of that, and minimal damage is able to be dealt by that Griffin, since its medium weapons are side-mounted, not top-mounted. So I'm able to keep chipping into him. There's another Griff coming up here, and they're both in the cone of fire of my thunders there, so they were both taking damage, and he was also taking some lateral damage from a teammate that was towards center. So I waited for my sprint ability to charge up and for my shield to charge up a little bit more so that I could eat some of these tridents. And unfortunately, my targeting didn't switch fast enough to this guy. I might have been able to take him out or at least get him down further than having a third of his health left. But my goal of being over there was to make it over to their Fury tridents so that they had a harder time keeping and holding center. When we played with them that last time, I think I only noticed one or no Fury tridents, so I wanted to make sure to take him out so they didn't have that option for support. They'd have to rely on Russian death buttons, which have less range, make it a little bit harder to put pressure into center. So, and you see me here cycling targets here, reprioritizing all the time. Make sure that you guys are doing that when you're playing. You don't have to always keep the pressure on one single target. When someone else comes up that has higher firepower or who's focusing you, or who just is going to be a bigger threat, make sure that you focus them. So I took out that bow and then immediately switched into this Lancelot since he's facing the other direction. And so just trying to make as much use out of that plasma griffin as I can. So since the majority of my team is off to the right, I decided to go to the left. I just double check to make sure they're not pushing too far forward into our flank there before I move into our left flank to support and everything. So I've talked to you guys about this before, but I like to have a good U-shape with what my team is doing when I'm battling. And this isn't a clan strategy, this is a personal strategy, so you guys aren't going to get any clan strategies out of watching our videos or anything. I mean, you might be able to pick something apart, but generally we just jump in and play. Any of the matches that we've done, we haven't talked about any strategies at all. We just kind of go in and wreck face. But yeah, so don't expect those from the vids of clan battles, but you can expect me to still talk about why I'm using my bots the way that I'm using them, insofar that I'm not giving away any clan secrets or anything. And here's the Thunders there, I think from a Carnage off to my right. So you can see that even though he's pretty far away, he's able to chip into the wide side angle of this Rhino pretty well. You see me ducking behind cover so that Lancelot has to split his attention left and right, and obviously I had to split my attention left and right as well with that boa, and then with the Lancelot still over there. So we started off very strong, had a stronghold on center, and we were able to even take their side beacon over there, so they had a lot of pressure to deal with. They've been making a pretty solid comeback. You can see the amount of bots here that are in the center courtyard of Shenzhen. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just using Galahad here to keep these guys garnered in. So I'm trying to get this boa off of our flank here, so that we can keep focusing them back and kind of shepherding them back towards their spawn point. And you see they only have 3 players left on the field, now 2 players, and we're just able to to kind of keep the pressure back in. So this ended up being a pretty good, I guess you could call it a revenge round. We were able to get a full clan in this time and keep the pressure on them for a good chunk of the game. So anyways, thanks for checking out the video. If you guys like these clan battles, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for checking it out, guys. I hope you have an amazing day.